consider...
Pure and simple.
And everybody believes that?
Yes, all people believe it.
So do you consider white Zimbabweans to be Zimbabweans?
Those who are naturalized and have citizenship, yes.
Those who've been living there for years and years and years?
But historically.
Right.
Historically,
the people who've
they
been
have a debt.
Contributing to farming, historically they have a debt to pay.
Yes, the land, they occupied the land illegally. They seized the land from our people.
Look.
And therefore, the process of reform, land reform, involved their having to hand over the land. We agreed upon this with the British, by the way.
Some 80% of that land was acquired after you took office, some of the farmland, and with the various certificates that mean government approval. Why are these people being hounded out of the country? Why are they being
they are not being
hounded off their land then?
No, they are not being hounded out of the country
We've just
at all.
done reports
Those
about
who are in industry, in manufacturing, in mining are not being...
The farmers I'm talking about. Why is that wonderful farmland, and why are they being...
What are you talking about? We are getting land from them, and that's all. They are not being hounded out of the country. Not at all.
They're being hounded off their land?
Not of their land.
It's not theirs.
Our land.
Even though they bought it? Even though they bought it with the certificates of approval from the government?
But haven't you heard of the Lancaster House discussions and the agreement with the British government? Because they are British settlers. Originally they have been British settlers. And we agreed at Lancaster House that there would be land reform.
But they're citizens, aren't they? And isn't this farming disaster contributing to
citizens by colonization, seizing land from the original people, indigenous people of the country?
But how did that all go so wrong?
That?
How did that all go so wrong? Because when you came in, it was about reconciliation.
No, they knew about it. They knew we had this program of land acquisition and land reform. They knew about it.
But what about the blacks?
And the British
then?
knew about it.
Let's talk about the black farm workers whose houses and shanty houses, who work on these farms, they're being bulldozed in an operation that was called Drive Out the Rubbish. These are black Zimbabweans.
There was no operation of that nature.
How come they're being driven off and their shanty hands? The farm workers?
No, you're mistaken about the Muramba program, which had to do with slums, getting rid of slums, not getting rid of the farm workers. It had nothing to do with farm workers at all. Farm workers, by the way, were to be given three choices. One, they could remain on the farm under the new owner and continue working on the farm. Two, if they were alien...
The accusation was that they were opposition.
Let me know. If they were alien, and most of them were from Mozambique and Zambia, they could choose to go home, in which case we would discuss the package that they deserved. Three, they could decide to leave the farm and go elsewhere. And also, if they wanted to get resettled, we could resettle them.
Mr. Mugabe.
Under our program of resettling.
The fact is, though, that the country has pretty much plunged into a pretty dysfunctional state by all international indicators. My question is, do you regret that some 4 million people have left in the last 3 to 5 years?
I don't know about those numbers.
But do you regret? Because these are the brain drain. These are the people who've helped make Zimbabwe the success that it was.
Because of the economic situation, people are bound to leave any country. And they have not just left my country, they have left other countries as well to go to Britain, Australia, and other places.
Let me ask you a question about...
And at the moment, they are coming back home anyway.
Let me ask you a question. We'll move on from this, and we'll ask you a question about... You heard what Archbishop Desmond Tutu said.
That's nonsense. It's just devilish talk.
Devilish talk?
Yes.
Do you
he
not...
doesn't know what he's talking about, the little man.
The little man, he's a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Oh, come on.
He's a liberation fighter too.
What
South
liberation?
Africa.
No, of course. you don't know what his status in the ANC amounts to.